Good morning, everybody. Welcome to the Grind. My name is Jason Bratin, and today's message: culture is everything. I think if you're looking to start a business or a team, it's very important to know how to build a culture. And I believe that there is a three-step process into building a culture. And we're going to run through the 3 steps today. Step number 1 is going to be you have to believe it. Step number 2 is you have to sell it. And step number 3 is you have to demand it. So let's talk a little bit about believing in it. A culture is a very important aspect to creating your business and creating a foundation. You have to have guiding principles, core values, and specific behaviors. Now, when you're creating your culture, when you're bringing people on board to join your organization, you have to identify the behaviors needed to execute a certain strategy. So you want to take time and identify beliefs needed to drive and sustain those behaviors. So what I encourage you guys to do is ask yourself, do you believe in the values you're talking to your teams about? Does your behavior back up those values? How do you behave? How do you act? If it's not happening in you, it will not happen through you. The most influential message you can send is how you behave. You can tell anybody anything you want, but until you start showing it, it's not really going to matter. Step number 2 in creating your culture is you have to sell it. And by selling it, you have to communicate with clarity and consistency and why it's essential to the program. When you're selling your culture, you have to tell people it's who we are. This is how we behave, no exceptions. This is the plan. The plan is infallible. Follow the plan. And you have to have a certain passion and a certain belief when you're selling your culture to the people in your organization. And then step number 3, demand it. It's imperative to hold people accountable to it. So the first thing you want to do is when you bring somebody on board into your organization is set up an expectation. Once the expectation is set up, it's easy to hold accountable. It isn't also necessarily an expectation, it's more so a requirement. And the biggest mistake leaders make is failing to hold people accountable for behavior that is inconsistent with the culture. I know a lot of you guys have heard it before, but what you permit, you promote. So make sure to also recognize and reinforce people who follow the culture. So if you're permitting people to come in late, not dress professional, carry themselves, immaturely, then that's something you're promoting. And then on the flip side though, if you have someone dressed up sharp, who always has a lot of energy, who's always on time or going the extra mile, and you recognize it, well, guess what? You're promoting that culture as well. So make your standards clear and hold accountable. You don't get the culture you want, you get the culture you build. So go out there today and create the culture that you want to have in your organization. Take accountability serious. Grade performance from the people in your organization. Create a scale of 1 to 10 in each area of your values and your behaviors. Anything you rank somebody 8 or below, hold them accountable. Remember, results are important, but culture sustains results. When you build a culture, the results will come. Thanks again for joining me in the grind. Get ready, it's a new day.